Something strange happening with my 2-year-old son. Paranormal. Approximately 3 months ago, an unsettling event unfolded. It wasn't the initial supernatural incident we encountered, but it certainly was the one that caused me the most dread. One evening, my 2-year-old son crawled into bed, rousing both my husband and me from our sleep. Unable to drift back off, I opted to tackle a project in my crafting space. After around 45 minutes, the small monitor for the baby cameras began to blink on and off rapidly. For context, these cameras weren't equipped with motion sensors. They merely provided a constant feed. The cameras were positioned in the living area and in my son's bedroom. I approached the monitor and lifted it. Suddenly, it emitted a jarring, high-pitched screech reminiscent of microphone feedback. Startled, I let the monitor fall onto its face. I noticed the glow around the edges had ceased flickering. Picking up the monitor again, I turned my gaze to the screen. My son was standing utterly still in the center of the living room, fixated on the wall. I began to head for the door with the monitor still clutched in my hand. Then I glanced down once more. My son's head lurched, just his head, and his eyes locked onto the camera situated in the upper corner of the room. His expression was completely blank. I exited the room, passing through the compact kitchen and dining area, rounding the corner to the living room, only to find it vacant. The entrance to our bedroom was on the opposite side. I stepped inside, and my son remained sound asleep in the same position he was in when I departed. My husband looked up from his e-reader. I inquired if he had gotten up and ventured into the living room. He replied no. I also asked whether he had gone to the restroom or kitchen, considering he might have missed our son attempting to follow him. Yet, my husband insisted he hadn't left the bed at all, and our son had been peacefully snoring the entire time. I will never forget the eerie feeling I got from the lifeless void stare from what looked my son on the monitor. Since then, there has always been the feeling that we are being watched, and my son pretty much comes to our room every night, but I have been too scared to check the monitors and see this doppelganger again. We are living in constant anxiety and the unnerving feeling that something is after my son.